Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim. Be of that number. We be of that number. Alright, get started on this live. And by the way, Shabbat starts on sunset. So remember to prepare for it. This is Esau. This is what the physician of no value, ordered. Mask, bugs, and grains of rice. Let me get. Esau's a physician of no value. Let me get Job 13, verse 4. Ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Even verse 5. Oh, that you would altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. Because these devils, most bugs you're not supposed to eat, it tells us in Leviticus chapter 11 what bugs we're supposed to eat. Leviticus all on the bottom. Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap without upon the earth. Verse 22. Even of these may ye eat the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. Verse 23. But all other flying creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you. Verse 24. And as for these shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean to the evening. And whosoever beareth out of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. So you're only supposed to eat the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. You're not supposed to eat no crickets. You know, could eat beetles and could eat grasshoppers. This is what Esau's put going off. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the number or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. And let me get start at verse 10, verse 9. Them saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of power Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. Yeah, you're not supposed to take that. What's going on? Let me get it. Leviticus 19 and 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead. Don't put any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. Yeah, so don't take what this physician of value ordered for you. You know, that shit's off. And Matthew 12 verse Ecclesiastes 12 into earlier. Verse 11, though he humble himself, go crouching, yet take good heed and be not thou hast like the look. I shall know that his rust hath not been altered. Set him not by thee, up in thy place. Who sit at thy right hand, take out the last. You're not supposed to. You're gonna regret it. You let him prick you. Give you them bugs to eat. Kids can contain the pretty serious ones too. What else? In the mask, it's part of the, what reason they're having you wear it. It's part of a satanic ritual. Initiation into the New World Order. But that, they shouldn't even be making you do what they do. But don't eat the bugs, when they start making you go off and break the law, statutes, and commandments, that's when you gotta be like, hey, don't, take the chip with the bugs. Alright. Let me get the hairworm. The hairworm. This is what cricket could get. The parasites are made out of a hairworm. Bundled outside the body of its host, take up most of the room inside the host's body, waiting for the right moment to come bursting out. But that's not the scariest thing about the parasite, because it will survive a deep freeze at negative 70 Celsius and go on to infect its favorite host. Fortunately for us, these hosts are some insects and crustaceans. The adult hairworm in the phylum Nematomorpha is aquatic, but in many species to make an exit, the hairworm is able to tamper with the brain of its host, usually a cricket, and persuade it to cease. It then needs to be eaten by its final host, the cricket, where it matures into a long, thin worm, many times longer than the leg of its host. These hosts waiting to encounter the next one to revive, all bothered by snow, ice, and freezing conditions. It simply waits it out. In fact, a recent study shows when it thaws out, it is fully capable of infecting the next host. The hairworm is not freezing conditions, so can some roundworms and fruit way of dealing with the cold. Tolerance for deep freezing. This and persuaded to seek out water where the adult one can escape the parasites that they have. Alright, so this live was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Yahweh Ratazah be in that number. Abad the ball, that to Babylon. Abad la out the woman, that to these Edomites. Abad la Gawayim, that to these other nations, these heathens. Abad la Yabin Nawa, that to the rest of our enemies, which would be 2/3 of these so-called black people, Latinos, Native Americans, and these speckled birds here in Babylon, as well as the Israelites that look like the other nations and Esau here in Babylon, as well as 2/3, as well as rebels scattered among you Israelite foreigners, scattered to the four corners of the earth, many of whom look like the other nations that you're scattered among. Shalom, stay strong. Yasher Allah forever, and the Baba Ball.